getting you up to speed with the news. This is the Hourly Brief on Teddy in the Morning.
We begin in Nairobi's Eastlands area, where our detectives in Nairobi have launched an investigation following the discovery of a body of a man inside a house in Kayole. So the body of one Anthony Kabaka, who was 40 years old, was found on Sunday afternoon at an apartment within the Obama area of Kayole sub-county. According to the police, the incident was reported by a caretaker after a tenant in the same building raised concerns over a foul smell emanating from the adjacent unit. Upon confirming the stench, the caretaker alerted authorities, and the police later visited the scene and broke into the house, which had been locked from the inside, and found the deceased lying in the kitchen. Crime scene investigators processed and documented the area, with preliminary observations indicating that the body had visible head injuries, which the police suspect may have been caused by a fall. No other major injuries were noted. The body was later moved to Mama Lucy Hospital mortuary, where it is awaiting a post-mortem examination. The police also say that investigations are ongoing to establish the exact cause of death. Moving forward to Kisumu County and Bungoma County as well. So the police are investigating two separate cases of electrocution. The first one was reported in Kisumu County, which led to the death of a 28-year-old Burundian national in Nyalenda. The deceased, identified as Sibomama Cloudy, was reportedly electrocuted on Sunday afternoon while cooking crisps for sale inside his house. His wife stated that he was rushed to Lumumba Hospital in Kondele, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The police would later visit the hospital just to confirm the incident, and the body was later moved to Kisumu County Hospital mortuary, where it is being preserved pending a post-mortem investigation. And meanwhile, in Bungoma County, that is Bungoma South Sub-County, the police are investigating an electrocution incident that claimed the life of a 14-year-old boy in Namirembe location. The incident was reported at around 5 p.m. on May 2nd, but it is said to have occurred earlier at around 1 p.m. In Nambalai village. The deceased, identified as Nelson Ofula, a grade 7 pupil at Etikale Primary School, was reportedly heading home after fetching water when he stepped on a live wire. The preliminary investigations established that the wire had been illegally connected from the home of a woman to a neighboring homestead where burial preparations were underway. So in Ilestima Kuvruta, I believe. The police believe that the illegal electricity connection had been set up on April 30th to support activities related to the burial. The scene was later processed and documented by crime scene investigators before the body was moved to Bungoma County Referral Hospital mortuary pending a post-mortem examination. Now, moving over to politics, ODM Senator, of course, and the ODM Secretary General as well, Edwin Sifuna, has alleged that there was organized groups of goons that were planted to disrupt political meetings held in Kilifi and Mombasa last month. The Nairobi Senator claimed that the disruptions were premeditated and allegedly targeted at specific leaders, including Suba North Member of Parliament Millie Odhiambo. The Nairobi Senator claimed that these goons were part of a coordinated effort to interfere with their engagements in the coastal regions. The claims of hired goons had previously been raised by other members of the party, citing the safety of politicians and their supporters during such events. On January 12th, ODM members of the Central Management Committee, that is the CMC, held a meeting at Vipimo Ridge Golf Resort in Kilifi County for crucial talks. Oburu Odinga, who's the party leader, called for the meeting following days of squabbles and public spats involving senior party officials who had differed on the future of ODM following its founding father's death, that is the death of Raila Odinga. So also, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen also said that over 100 suspected goons are operating in the country and are allegedly engaged in serious offences, including theft and assault. The CS told a parliamentary committee that the groups had emerged from street goons to sophisticated and well-organized alleged criminal enterprise operating mainly in urban areas. And he told the MPs that the alleged actors are working with some of the gangs. These are now the politicians, summing with work of the gangs to occupy, to invade and occupy properties such as in areas such as Mavoko, Kitale, Nakuru, Kakamega, and Nairobi, which is often followed by hiring of squatters to complicate eviction. So yeah, if you thought that it was difficult to hire goons, they're now hiring squatters. It's Kenya for you. Very, very crooked. Anyway, now let's move over to the East African community, that is Kenya and Tanzania. Now, Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan has urged Kenya's President William Ruto to closer cooperation between Tanzania and Kenya in order to address the incidents of unrest involving young Kenyans and young Tanzanians, saying that regional stability requires joint action rather than division. Samia Suluhu Hassan said that she held discussions with Kenya's President William Ruto on how to respond to what she described as disruptive conduct involving youth groups and crossing borders. She said both countries must avoid political disagreements and instead coordinate efforts to maintain order in the region, arguing that instability in one country has direct implications for the neighboring states. Samia Suluhu also further claimed that she and President Ruto had discussed on ways to handle young people, which she described as indisciplined and linked to cross-border disturbances, emphasizing that both governments should take a firm stand to maintain law and order. So, of course, many Kenyans have reacted to this story, with some saying that Samia Suluhu Hassan has crossed the line. She's crossed the line, and now, of course, many Kenyans said that they are intending kumsalimia, saying hi to her so that she can know her place. Anyway, my name is Teddy Maingi. This is Teddy in the Morning. More news and more stories coming right after the music. Stay tuned.
Getting you up to speed with the news. This is the Hourly Brief on Teddy in the Morning.